will be talking about when should children be allowed to get a cell phone and what's the perfect age. Cell phones are a big part of everyone's life right about now when technology kind of bumps up. But when is the perfect time that you should have a cell phone? My goal today is to persuade my audience, which are you guys, that 12 and 13-year-olds should be the perfect age that a kid should get a cell phone. I will be using two different sources where I get my information from, and that will be a blog that's run by the Children's Bureau and an article that I read that is from the Today's Parent. Three topics that I'm going to be talking to you about. The first one would be what age should a child get a phone, the importance of giving a kid a phone, and how should that kid use their phone once he or she gets one. So let's talk about what age. In this graph right here, we have two different pie graphs. And this is talking about, it was a survey that parents took that when they thought it was appropriate to buy their kid a certain technology device. This one here is talking about tablets, and the perfect age they thought for a kid to have a tablet was 9 to 11-year-olds. But you can see here that the 6 to 8 and the 12 to 15 are also tied pretty close together. So the tablets kind of, it's just per preference on the parent. And then when you come to the mobile phone, it really looks different with the 53% in the age group of 12 to 15, like I'm talking about today. Even though phones can be a want for a kid, parents also need to understand that it could be a need. The kid needs to have a phone for various reasons. The importance of giving a kid a phone, there are three important keys that I researched and learned about. And I believe that the first one is education. They can use the phone for educational purposes, learning on learning apps or help apps that will help for schoolwork or various learning, memorizing things. The second one is communication. As you can see here, they communicate through friends, family, and even teachers or professors now these days. With the friends, they can talk about, you could tie it into the education with questions that they had on the homework, or same with the teachers talking about what happened in class and if they need help. And then with parents, you could ask them like if you dropped them off somewhere, if they got there safely. It's more, that communication part is more based on safety. And then the third one is using a phone as a responsibility tool. You can give them a phone as a responsibility, having ownership over something, ownership over the phone, and use it as kind of like a stepping stool, move up the ladder kind of once they get older, or they show that they understand that having a phone holds a lot of responsibility and power. And lastly, how should a kid use their phone once he or she gets it? And like I said, communication, responsibility, but also having a phone can be a lot of fun. Getting games, having some downtime and just relaxing and having games to play, or FaceTiming and calling with friends, family that live far away. Just being able to use the phone, not necessarily always learning or memorizing apps or study tools. A quick recap. When it comes to giving children phones, it should be used in a positive way, not really a negative way. A cell phone is a little device, but it holds a lot of power and responsibility, like I talked about. Statistics show that the perfect age is around 12, 13, 15 range. And it should be the perfect range to give them the responsibility of the phone. Owning a phone as a child can really be teaching them responsibility, like I said, and with that 13 range being a teen, a preteen, like giving up that step, getting up on that step can be a really big opportunity to give them responsibility. Even though it's in a learning experience, you should also have fun with it. You don't want to think of a phone just being learning, cramming, not fun. Get some games. Use that to communicate with friends and families. It doesn't have to be just learning. Thank you.